as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Bang, 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 bang. Run, run, run. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Pistol, pistol, pistol. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play fake. Mayfield. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 49, check 49. Watch twist, watch twist. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Shift. Check 31, check 31. Shift, shift. Switch. Hurry, hurry.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
57 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This one caught by Ridley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They'll run with Chubb.
Kill.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Regular. Show it up.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Squeeze, double. Pick the edge. Well enough.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, alert 33. Check hot route. Hot. Rush in. Check 43. You go tight. You got tight right there. Kill.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They find some open field here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
It's caught inside the 25, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Trey Flowers picks it. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Slow down.
They'll run on first down. Carson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
At the 28-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Right here. 36. Slam.
This is Carson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Check 24. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Sit.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over. Let's go. Do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here we go, 50-50.
Hey, Orbit. I'm on.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now it's Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Carson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry! Kings! Hey, Delta!
To throw, Mayfield. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Hey, Haywood!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's out right at the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Go! Stay with us!
Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Slam!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He's checking. Crash. Hatch it. Left half. Come on. Max box. He cut.
So that'll back him up 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Check. Watch the edge.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's caught by Penny. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Easy.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Browns take over. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
1st down, Mayfield. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got it. Go. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shoot. Tight. Alert. Good touch.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. He's at the 50, 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 94 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
First down, Seahawks.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now he's flushed out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Tempo.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. They go play action now. Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a gain of 34.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
King.
Check 99. Check 99.
Alert. Point it right. My God.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Check 43.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Alert, flare.
Hey, alert. Check 25. Regular. Check 9.
Check safety.
Hurry.
Check the backer.
I got you.
A toss play to Chubb. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by Jackson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Run.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, watch it.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Check.
Pistol.
SOS.
Hey, award 33.
Check 24.
Up.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
I got it.
And again, it's Chubb.
Under 10.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Hey, check 24. Undercrush.
King. I got it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus.